I went to Whitley Bay Sixth Form and now I'm studying French and Spanish at Sheffield.
I went to Whitley Bay Sixth Form and I'm now studying Natural Sciences at Cambridge.
I went to Whitley Bay High School Sixth Form and I'm now doing English at Newcastle University.
I went to Whitley Bay High School and now I'm studying French and Linguistics at the University of York.
I went to Whitley Bay High School Sixth Form and now I'm doing medicine at Newcastle University.
I went to Whitley Bay High School Sixth Form and now I'm studying law in my second year at Durham University.
I decided to go into the Sixth Form at Whitley Bay High School because I went through the school from year 9 and it seemed like the obvious thing for me to do. It's close to home and I was really comfortable in the school.
I went to Marden High School originally and I came here. It was a decision really between here, Tyne Met and St Thomas More. And I came here because most of my mates were going here, so I thought I'd stay with them. And I ruled out Tyne Met as well because I thought staying in the Sixth Form would be, I don't know, I just sort of quite like the sort of school environment for a sort of learning environment.
I think there is something distinctive about a school sixth form, and I think there's something particularly distinctive about a school sixth form in a school which takes in students in year 9. The sixth form here really defines the whole ethos of the school. Students coming in year 9 see 600 highly motivated, highly successful, very committed students setting the tone for the school, and that has an immediate impact. And I think as students progress through years 9, 10 and 11, they aspire to matching the very role models that they're seeing every day.
I wanted to go to the Sixth Form because I wanted to get some good A-levels so I could go to a good university, and also I enjoyed my time in the high school, so I thought it would be a good continuation of that.
I decided to go to Sixth Form here because all my friends were going and it offered the A-levels that I wanted to do, so I never really considered going to college. It just seemed like the natural thing just to carry on and go through to Sixth Form.
I think that their enthusiasm, the teachers' enthusiasm, spurred me on to want to do the subject that I'd chosen to do. I thoroughly enjoyed studying English in the lower school, and I had always had an outside interest in that subject. But because the teachers had such enthusiasm and interest themselves, I felt that I wanted to prolong my study of that subject. The life that you have in Sixth Form is completely different to the life that you have in the lower school. You are treated more like an adult. You're allowed to wear your own clothes. You're not having to wear a uniform. And also, although you are given a homework diary, it isn't quite as structured as it was in the lower school. You are left to your own devices and to be more independent.
Our sixth form is very big, and it's distinctively big. It almost offers the best of both worlds. It is very, very similar in size to many sixth form colleges, but it is part of a main school. And that, I think, is one very unusual feature, that you won't find that in many schools sixth forms. Why does big matter? Well, it allows us to offer a fabulously rich curriculum. We can sustain a huge range of different courses, which is very difficult in small school sixth forms. Another reason why big is important is because it offers a wealth of opportunity for students outside their classroom. And that's really important because that's what universities and employers are looking for. We're increasingly appointing young graduates who are not necessarily certain that they want to teach, but who want to work with students, and whilst they don't go out deliberately to recruit people who have worked here, and we've made some really fantastic appointments of people who are able to reflect on how the school helped them and then translate that into how they're now helping the next generation of students come through.
I went to Whitley Bay High School Sixth Form in 2001 to 2003, and then I went on to do French studies at the University of Nottingham. I returned to Whitley Bay High School to work in 2007 after I graduated. I work as Sixth Form Guidance and Support Assistant in the Sixth Form office, which means that I work with students on a daily basis. You realise that as a student you're not fully aware of some of the support that's there until you come back and you see just how much teachers and staff do to sort of help and support the students on a daily basis. So it's quite nice in that sense, because it helps you appreciate it a lot more, even if it is a couple of years later.
I went to Whitley Bay High School sixth form, and then I went to Leeds University to study modern Chinese studies, and then I came back and began working in the library here. I wouldn't have applied for the job, I don't think, as a librarian anywhere else. The school's exactly how I remember it, a vibrant, really positive working environment for both staff and students, and I wanted to be a part of that, and I wanted to enjoy my job, which I do.
I went to St Thomas More School, then I went to Bath to study German, and now I'm here as a work-related learning and enterprise assistant. I think everyone's treated as an equal, and it doesn't matter what your role is in the school, both staff and students, whether you're sort of year 9, year 13, or whether you're support staff or leadership, everyone's treated equally, and what everyone has to say is important, and everyone's opinion is taken into account when decisions are made, and I think that really adds to the atmosphere. You're not just expected to be academically able or anything like that to get into sixth form. You have to be willing to be an all-rounder and give something back to the school life. Students are encouraged actively to get involved in extracurricular activities, and we want people like that in the sixth form to really carry on this atmosphere and community feel in the school.
There is no excuse to come into the sixth form here and be bored. There's no excuse to feel at the end of year 13 that you've had limited opportunities. The opportunities are there, but again, it's important to emphasise that many of these are opportunities which are created by the sixth form students themselves. The Charity Committee is a very good example of that. At the moment it is operating at an enormously successful level.
There's loads of things you can do. I did the school show, I helped out on the speech festival, we had a speech competition a couple of weeks ago. Obviously we all do the Charity Committee. There's just so much to choose from. People have just done mock trials and they won the national competition. Like, there's so much to choose from, there's not enough time to fit it all in, really.
The range of activity that staff are engaged in with students outside the classroom is one of the things which is fundamental to what comes to every external audit of the school: relationships, positive relationships. Students really enjoy working here. They keep telling us that. And it's because of relationships that they really enjoy working here. And I mean, there are some fabulous colleges which offer great experiences, but I think that they very often have so little time with students in real terms that it's difficult for them to develop quite the same rapport that we have here.
I'd like to go to the sixth form because it provides really good courses, exactly the things that I want to do, and I'm comfortable with the teachers because they're easy to get on with and they're really good teachers, and just because it's an outstanding school.
First day, without a word of a lie, first day, at least 10 new friends. The whole class practically. That's something that I said on a video a long time ago. I was a little bit younger, but it's true because you know a lot of people from your school already, but then there are so many other schools that you then meet when you come here, and everyone's excited about high school. You know, you're in the big school, sort of thing. And even now, some of us are still friends. You know, still talk, go off to university and come back. We'll meet up. And I think again, so it's just like a continual injection of new people into your life.
A very strong focus of our teaching is to move away from traditional note-taking in class, which is fundamentally a waste of time, to lots of creative debate, lots of very active problem solving, lots of very innovative, interactive work, where very often the teacher will take a back seat. And indeed, one of the things I think you will find, and is frequently commented on, is that when I take people around the school and into classrooms, sometimes they say, which one's the teacher? And I think that that's exactly what we're aspiring to do.
If you come to our sixth form, you will enjoy your time here, which is paramount, and you will hopefully, if you haven't already, develop a love for learning. We devote a huge amount of time in our staff training to making lessons interactive, fun, but still getting across the information, and students will have a wonderful learning experience here in every classroom. Students end up getting where they want to be at the end of their time in our sixth form. In terms of university, over 80% of our students got their first choice university destination last year, which is a phenomenal figure, and it's down to them being great students, but also advice and guidance they get here.
it is a good social life at Newcastle. I think a lot of universities have that, but there's definitely a lot going on for students, and there's always different things at the uni, so there's lots to do. I really enjoy my university course, but the social life is very good as well. It's a lot of hard work. We did 2 years of lectures and then 3 years in hospital, but the parties make up for it.
Obviously, the nightlife is a very big factor for Newcastle. But I think that at Newcastle University they do try to make sure that you are instilled into the academic course. It's not that said, the English Society, which I am a part of, does have regular balls at Christmas time, and during the summer as well, so you can celebrate the hard work you've been putting in, as well as spending time with university friends.
They helped me through every stage of the process, and I couldn't thank them enough. And when it came to it, when I sat there after my exams, after they pushed me through that barrier, and I was going off into the world to do law.
It's automatically a warm and friendly environment, and the support that you get as a sixth former, whether you've come from the lower school or you've come from outside, is immense. There's people there for every aspect of your curricular life as well as beyond. It's not just support for your lessons, it's support on how to get to your lessons on time and how to get the most out of your lessons and the most out of your time here, which I think can sometimes get lost in a college because they're generally bigger and it's lots of different people coming from all over, and people cannot know each other, as here it's like people slip in. There's people who come from lower school who already know each other, and then people come from outside, and everyone just merges together, and the people who are new get pulled in with the others, and it's a really nice environment for them to automatically just feel part of and included in, and I think that's why I'd recommend it. It's just lovely. Can I say that? It's just a really lovely place to be, and I wouldn't recommend to go anywhere else.